The holiday travel nightmare for hundreds of thousands of Southwest customers continues for another day, and we learned the airline's operational meltdown could continue into the new year. Good evening, and thank you for joining us at 5. I'm Courtney Gooseman.
I'm Delon Dillard. More than 5,000 Southwest Airlines flights have been canceled in the past 48 hours. An airline spokesperson blames the weather.
I think it's just the sheer size of the storm. It's just the fact that this one started west, swept east, and impacted almost every single one of our largest airports that put us in a position where we struggled to recover. And we struggled to get our flight crews and airplanes where they needed to be.
And now federal officials are launching an investigation into Southwest flight cancellations. Many of the airport's own employees blame Southwest management for not being better prepared. Some say they were left on hold for 10 hours while they waited for scheduling instructions.
News 5's Jordan Vandenberg joins us live now from Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Jordan, you spoke to travelers about their travel nightmare at this point.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Canceled, canceled, canceled. That's how the arrival and departure boards read here at Cleveland Hopkins, specifically for Southwest Airlines flights. You can see this one to Nashville, scheduled to depart at 9:05. That's been canceled today. In fact, majority of Southwest flights in and out of Hopkins have been canceled, and those that have been affected by this massive meltdown can only grin and bear it. An airport is a place of arrivals and departures, but for the unfortunate travelers that look to Southwest Airlines for the holidays, the airport has been a place to stay put.
Appreciate his transparency and honesty. He said, look, I'll just be honest with you. You're not getting out of Cleveland with Southwest until the first week of January.
Texas native Rebecca Greeter came to Cleveland to visit her son for the holidays, but only through sheer will did she make it here.
I'm a pretty determined mom to see my son that lives here.
Her short trip turned into an extended stay on day one.
We were to fly out about 11 o'clock this last Friday, and the flight was canceled. And so my son and I made the decision to fly into Tampa and then up to Maryland and then rent a car and drive to Cleveland.
Southwest Airlines' operational meltdown led to more than 2,500 additional flights to be canceled on Tuesday, the day after nearly 3,000 Southwest flights were canceled as well. Industry experts say the winter storm triggered the meltdown, which is also due in part to the airline's tight turnarounds, staffing crunches, and outdated technology. Until it stabilizes, pilots remain without planes, flights lack flight attendants, and passengers like Ginny Pichette are without their personal items.
Well, everything's been okay until this. And you know, I have some expensive clothes. So what's this airline going to do about it?
They are going to refund whatever it costs me with another airline to get back to Texas.
Greeter is now on the hunt for a flight, any flight, back home to the Lone Star State. While some could say her trip was a travel nightmare, she sees it as just a good story to tell.
Honest to God, I'm always positive, and that's just my demeanor.
The CEO for Southwest Airlines says the mass flight cancellations are expected to continue through the rest of the week, possibly even into early next week, as the major airliner looks to only operate about a third of its normal flights. Live at Hopkins, Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.